And it's working, so we're going to keep it moving today. So there's been a lot going on, as you know. So we're already doing, or I'm doing, my weekly update on Friday night instead of the normal Thursday afternoon. There's been a lot of stuff coming out of San Diego Comic-Con, news, trailers, all kinds of stuff that we always expect. And it's still going through the weekend, so we're going to get a lot more stuff. I think Marvel's panels tomorrow. So who knows what else we're going to get throughout the weekend. But for now, let's just talk about a little bit of what has already hit this week. There's been some pretty big stuff. One of the surprises today was Hulu, which had already announced and been showing trailers for the new Veronica Mars season. Everybody's been excited for. Out of nowhere, dropped the season today. So it's already available now. So if you're ready to watch it, if you've been looking forward to it, you don't have to wait. I think it was in like 2 weeks or something like that. It is already up. It's there. You can go check it out. Get in on the fun of Kristen Bell and the Veronica Mars team, Mars Investigations. So we're looking forward to checking that one out. Also, the Russo brothers, who did Avenger, The Winter Soldier, and Endgame, and Infinity War, and all these big Marvel movies, they popped up, and they were talking about some different stuff they're going to work on. One of the things that I'm excited for, they're doing Grim Jack. They've got, they're producing the 21 Bridges movie with Chadwick Boseman that dropped a new trailer that we've got right here on our YouTube channel, as well as our Facebook or website page, HollywoodMatrimony.com. But they also announced that they were working on a Battle of the Planets movie. I don't know if it's animated. I don't know if it's live action. Don't care. I'm stoked. If you don't know what the Battle of the Planets are, then you got a whole other big issues in your life you got to deal with. Figure that out. So very excited for that announcement. Hopefully it won't be one of these ones that starts and then never happens. Some of the big trailers that got dropped this week that not all of them are, well, they're all actually pretty good. Like one of them, probably the most controversial one is the Cats trailer, mostly because like they dropped a behind the scenes featurette type preview earlier in the week, and you see people in costume, and you see the sets, and you see all the stuff and the people that are in it, and it looks like it's this big scope. So then when the real trailer dropped, it had what the people were going to actually look like as cats, and to me, they look exactly the way I thought they were going to look. That doesn't make them less creepy, I guess, on some people, but everybody, I think, is going way overboard on how creepy it looks, and it doesn't look anything different to me than like something like an Avatar or something like that. And I know the show is iconic and big, and I don't have a big interest in the show Cats or the movie even for that matter. But I mean, I think the outfits they use in the stage production, which it's a stage production, so you expect, but I mean, they all look like people out of Hook, you know, and the Lost Boys and stuff. So this, if they were going to make a movie of Cats, which they obviously did, this is the look I thought they would go with. I didn't expect them to be in the same outfits from the stage show. I think that would be ridiculous. But we'll see. And it might work better when you see the full film. I have a feeling it's going to be one of those ends up being real massive, big, and everybody, oh my God, it was so much better. But who knows? A lot of people are having fun with it, talking about how creepy it is right now. Somebody even did an edit of the music and put the Jordan Peele movie Us. They took their version of I Got Five on it, creepy version, and put it over that, and it actually works. So who knows? Maybe there's some truth to it, and it's just a matter of opinion. The other big thing that I was super, super excited for is they dropped a trailer for Jay and Silent Bob reboot, which I'm a huge, huge, huge Kevin Smith fan. I've been a fan since the original Clerks movie. I have watched everything that I could get my hands on, at least, that he did. All of his movies, Comic Book Man TV show. You know, he used to do a show called Spoilers. There was kind of a movie review show. Everything he's ever done outside of the podcasting, because I'm just not big into podcasting, which is ironic since I'm doing this show, but I'm not big into listening to podcasts. Outside of his podcast, I've been pretty much into everything Kevin Smith. If his name was on it, I wanted to see it. And I don't think he's done anything I didn't like. That doesn't mean everything was great. I know Cop Out was one of the weaker links, but I still kind of like that movie for what it is. It's obviously not a Kevin Smith movie, because I think that's one of the only ones he's done that he didn't write, and you can tell. But anyway, the Jay and Silent Bob reboot, not only did we finally get the trailer, it's returned to form of getting the heterosexual life mates back together. They seem to bring every single person back from every VSQ movie that they've ever done. The biggest thing was the return of Ben Affleck to the world of Kevin Smith. I don't think they've talked in like decades. They used to be really close friends, and there was personal things that separated them. And one of the biggest things, even before I watched the trailer, which the internet basically lost their mind over, which I thought was so awesome, was Kevin Smith had dropped the trailer early before the panel that they were going to have, like the day before, I believe. He dropped the trailer, and the Twitter response on the trailer came from Ben Affleck, and it said Snoochie Boochies, which then, of course, the Twitterverse lost their mind that, oh my God, Kevin and Ben Affleck are together again. And then Kevin Smith posted a nice little blurb about missing his friend and being glad they're back together, and picture of them together now. So it's kind of cool seeing that group back together. I'm super stoked. That's one of my top level movies that I want to see this year, as well as this is Rob Zombie's 3 from Hell, the sequel from the final chapter in the trilogy. That's House of Thousand Corpses in Devil's Rejects. They dropped the full trailer, as well as announced the Fathom event type. I think it is Fathom events. Screenings are going to do. I think it's in September. I don't know. I'd have to go look it up, and I didn't feel like looking it up. Anyway, you can go on our website at HollywoodMatrimony.com. It's on there. Has the link where you can buy tickets and where you can find it and that kind of thing. So that's exciting. They made a big announcement with Terminator Dark Fate, which was already exciting with this movie. And obviously fans are skeptical because some people have been let down by different things with the Terminator franchise. But they did. Not only did they bring Linda Hamilton back, you got Schwarzenegger back, you got Tim Miller, who's directing it, who did the first Deadpool, the original Deadpool, and James Cameron's back as producer. And now they've just confirmed that Edward Furlong is coming back as John Connor as well. So this is all a direct sequel to T2, Terminator 2. So they're kind of ignoring everything else, which we all kind of knew was happening anyway. But now it's really official. You got the whole gang back together. So hopefully we'll see a new trailer for that soon. They dropped a trailer for Shudder's new Creepshow series. And I think it's Greg Nicotero, who's does most of the stuff on Walking Dead. He's doing that series. So Creepshow is one of those. It's going to be a hard sell because the Crypt Keeper from the HBO series was so iconic and silly but creepy at the same time. Then you have the comics that were creepy and kind of disturbing and so good. So it's going to be interesting to see if how well the new version of Crypt Keeper, because he's a little more realistic, creepy, and how well the show works. I'm looking forward to it just because anything gives me a chance to see that kind of thing. Also, we have the second It trailer that everybody's been looking forward to. We get a little more look at Pennywise and the story and where we're going with it. You already know where the story goes, but we'll see how close it sticks to some of the book stuff. We know there's some stuff that probably is not going to be showing up, but we'll see. I really love the first one, so we'll see how the second one holds it up. I'm not one of those purists in relation to the book, so if you are one of those people, feel free to shoot me a message and tell me why you did or didn't like it or how it compares. Some of the big news out of the CW world that everybody kind of today was losing their mind over, I think, is they're doing the big what they call the Arrowverse crossover, which I think is going to be the Crisis of Infinite Earths. They announced at the end of the crossovers last year. Or at the beginning of this year, and but they announced that Taylor Hoechlin is coming back as Superman, who played Superman on Supergirl, but also the big announcement: Brandon Routh, who plays the Atom on Legends of Tomorrow, is also going to play or don the tights once again to play Superman again. And for those that don't remember, he played Superman in Superman Returns. So since they're dealing with the different Earths and stuff, obviously they can bring him back to play Superman from a different planet or different reality, however you want to call it. So that's kind of exciting to see how they pull that off and get to see him, because I wasn't a big fan of Superman Returns, but I like him in the role. I think he's great in it. I just don't think it's a movie that nothing happens in that movie. That's my problem. It was a great sequel, but idea. I mean, it just the movie falls flat. There's nothing really there. Um, anyway, so then they still dropped the trailer for the Netflix's series, The Witcher, which stars Henry Cavill, Superman from Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. I don't know anything about The Witcher books or video game or whatever it is. It looks interesting. I'm gonna watch it. I think it might be fun. We also dropped a whole bunch of Walking Dead stuff and Nickelodeon stuff. They dropped a poster for the new SpongeBob movie that's coming out next year. So that could be kind of exciting. I think one of the things that I'm most excited about, which might surprise some people, is the Dark Crystal stuff. Netflix has got Dark Crystal, the Age of Resistance TV series that's coming. And we had already posted like character posters, the main poster, the trailer, and that kind of stuff on our website. But then they dropped a new trailer promo thing. It's got some behind the scenes stuff. And then it's almost like they took the trailer and the original thing they dropped a year or so back that was behind the scenes stuff, and they put them together. And now we've got this first half is the behind the scenes, and then it goes into kind of a trailer. So, but it looks so good. So I'm stoked for it. And of course, anything that gives me a reason to watch the Dark Crystal again, I'm all in. And then what was the other one? There was something else I was going to tell you. Oh, one of the other exciting ones for me. I mean, of course, they did Rick and Morty, and they did, they announced a new Rocketeer show, Disney Junior. I'm still on the fence on how to fix it because obviously it's not made for me. Disney Junior is obviously made for kids, and it's a female Rocketeer, which I'm okay with. And it's kind of cute, and I love that they're doing something with the Rocketeer because it's such a great character and story. It's just not what I wanted, and I wanted, even if they do, I was talking to a friend of mine tonight, and he mentioned that they're possibly still developing some other movie or show or something, and it's probably going to still be a female Rocketeer, which I'm fine with. I hope this one does enough where it gives a buzz enough for them to keep moving forward and do something. So anyway, they also dropped the new trailer for Top Gun Maverick, which is a big sequel for the movie Top Gun that they've been talking about for years. And yes, Tom Cruise is back, Ed Harris is back, and whatnot. And they dropped that trailer, and it looks really good. Now, there's a lot of elements in there that look like the original Top Gun, but I also think it's going to kind of catch a different generation. So it's one of those that maybe they just take the elements out of the movie that were the similar ideals to the original, and that way to make it seem familiar, as well as the shots and the jets and the flying stuff. It looks amazing. And I'm not a massive fan of the original Top Gun, but I appreciate it more now than back when it came out, when they released an anniversary issue version not long ago. So I am actually looking forward to this. And having Tom Cruise back seems to make it feel like it should. It doesn't feel like a cheap ripoff. It feels like a continuation of that world. So we'll see how that works out. But I guess the last one, I mean, with Comic-Con stuff, there's so much stuff with comics and TV and movies and stuff. Like I could be here all night and go through just the last 2 days of everything that we've had. But I just wanted to kind of do a quick touch up on stuff on a few things, because there was new trailers for Ad Astra starring Brad Pitt. There was a new Red Band trailer for Good Boys. They released a trailer for Hustlers, which was right before Comic-Con, which is Jennifer Lopez and Candace Wu. They released a trailer for John Cena's and John Cena and John Leguizamo's new kind of family comedy, Playing with Fire. So I mean, there's a lot of little things that have been popping up. Another one I just dropped onto our website, which may not be super exciting. They dropped the trailer for the season 3 of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. That's from Netflix, if you're watching that. But I think, to me, one of the most exciting ones that I was hoping we'd get, and we kind of figured we would, but who knew? When they did the Halloween reboot, which was a direct sequel to the originals, it worked so well. It was easy that it could have just stood on its own and been the end. But it also, I know people we saw it when we were talking, we all could see it could go different directions. So a teaser got dropped. There's no footage because nothing's filmed yet, obviously, I don't believe. But it was a little teaser it's a teaser announcement, if you will, for the next 2 Halloween films to finish this trilogy. and it sounds like to finish the Halloween story, I guess permanently until it makes enough money and somebody wants to do something else. So they've announced Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends in 2020 and 2021, and they got everybody back. Jamie Lee Curtis is coming back. Danny McBride and David Gordon Green are coming back for writing and directing. John Carpenter's coming back again. So it's very exciting to see all that's coming in. So that's the biggest stuff I wanted to touch base with on and give y'all kind of an update if you're not somebody that sits around following all the Comic-Con stuff. On Sunday when we do our show, we'll talk about the last part of whatever happens to Comic-Con, because by the time we do the show on Sunday, Comic-Con should be over. So we should have whatever big announcement Marvel's coming. I'm assuming they're going to probably talk about Black Widow, Eternals, Shang-Chi, Guardians of the Galaxy. They announced that I never can say his name, Taiki Wati or whatever his name is, that did Thor Ragnarok. I always say it wrong, so I'm not even going to try. He did announce that he is going to be directing Thor 4. So that's probably obviously going to be some kind of announcements or discussion, I would assume, in relation to that. And so we'll see what else happens. That's kind of the big stuff this week that's kind of fallen all over the place. And that's not even all of it. That's just all that I have with me that I remember, because I have nothing written down. I'm doing it off the cuff, if you will. So make sure to go to our YouTube channel here. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. I give you the updates every time we post something. Most of the trailers I've talked about today are here on this page. If they're not, we still try to share them out via the website. So go check out our website at hollywoodmatrimony.com. We're also on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. All of it's under Hollywood Matrimony. Twitter's at Hollywood Matter, M-A-T-R, because, you know, they certain amount of characters. But go subscribe. Go check this stuff out. The more stuff, more followers, the more people that subscribe, the more stuff we have to give back to you, the more news we have, the more things we're going to be able to do. So I'm going to kind of wrap it up there. It's kind of late. I know that nobody cares on a Friday night to listen to my nonsense. So just be sure to go like our pages. Please, please, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will be back on Sunday for our all-new episode of Hollywood Matrimony Live, which we stream right here on our YouTube channel as well as on the Facebook page. This week we'll be talking about the movie Breakthrough. We'll be talking about The Lion King, both the animated and the all-new CGI / not actually live-action movie, The Art of Self-Defense, as well as the movie called The Professor, and whatever other Comic-Con stuff that gets popped up between now and then. So be sure to join us for that. And don't forget, on Mondays, I'm now doing the Hollywood Matrimony Martial Arts Movie Monday, where I'll break down one single martial arts movie from the collection back here, and the collection goes around, so we have enough movies for quite a while. We'll talk about that. And then Tuesdays, we do Hollywood Matrimony's TV Tuesdays. We'll break down old, new, whatever TV shows we want to talk about that week. And then I'll be right back here on Thursday and or Friday for the weekly update. So if you can, check it out. Come over here to subscribe. If the little button is up there, if it's not there, just ignore what I'm doing right now. And I think you can go the other side if you want to look at the trailers. And we'll see what's moving. So I will see everybody next time. Thank you for watching. If you didn't watch, shame on you.